Good morning and welcome to my live video on becoming a project manager in the United Kingdom without any experience at all. So whilst we're waiting for our guests to join in, I just wanted to welcome you guys and let you know what we'll be talking about today and kind of give a brief introduction of our guest. So our guest is an IT project manager, and the very interesting part about it is he's had no formal experience in project management, so he's just going to be telling us and taking us through it from the beginning, from starting from doing courses or going to school for it and whatnot to actually becoming a project manager. We're going to have just a 1 hour session because he's at work and he has to go back to work to continue his work for the day, whilst I also have to do other things. So we're going to be very brief, but I hope that whilst we're brief, we can share enough information and there's something for you to take away from it. So I'm just waiting for him, and then I'm waiting that he joins very, 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 very soon. There will be time for question and answer session, and we'll be able to have questions that we've asked. One thing I'm very sure about is I have personally done tons of applications for people that they have to do project management. Actually, I know some people just do project management because they kind of don't know what else to do. So if you're falling into one of those categories, you don't know why you're doing project management, you're just choosing project management because everybody's saying it, I think this live video will be very essential for you. Or if you don't know what is going on in project management and you're not sure yet if it's something that you would like, I hope that this live video will be for you. So let me just see if he's here yet, and then we'll just bring him on. Okay, I've sent him the invite and hopefully he'll join us soon. And yes, hopefully he'll join us in a couple of minutes. And then we can start and then continue from there. Thank you for coming and tuning in. Please don't go away. You can call your friends to join in. Hopefully that we will learn one or two things, because I'm very much interested in this live video, considering that I was there when it all started. I had an idea when, it all started with him and stuff like that. So it makes me very interested in wanting to hear the story myself. So hopefully you'll join us in a few minutes, and then we can get started. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so that's my face. Hello. Thank you for joining, and I am so grateful that you've given us some time of your day to just give us discussions about being a IT project manager in the United Kingdom. So yeah, we just want to say very big thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So I'm just going to go right into it because I know you are in the middle of work and I'm also having to do one or two things. So I'm going to ask you, have you always been a project manager before you came to the United Kingdom? Have you always been a project manager?
Actually, in the professional sense, not just a project manager, but every one of us
is a project manager.
manager.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
and it was a success.
All right. So okay. So what field were you coming from before you then became a professional project manager, if I put it that way?
Actually, I was working as a barista.
Okay.
I was living in UAE before, so I was working as a barista.
Okay.
Those that work in a coffee shop like Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an American brand then. Then I started construction in Nigeria when I moved to Nigeria before I came to UK. So when I came to UK, I knew it was either you work with, should I say with your body
Or with your
brain.
you either work with your body or with your brain. That is actually very profound. That's really true, because if you're working and you want to get so much money in the UK, you're either working with your body, truly, or you are constantly working with your brain. So how was it for you coming from a no tech background, no anything about project management? Why did you then choose project management? Because I know there's so many other things that you could have chosen, but then you chose project management in particular. Why project management?
I would say I've been trying to learn about all this techie stuff since, but the things that make me run away is coding.
Okay.
Coding. So when I saw project management, I think around last year, October and November, when I was planning to move here, it was more of less. There's not even coding involved, so I could see it something. I saw it something I could do, and I began to research about it, and yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you. So, when you said you researched about it and then you saw it was something that you can do, can you tell us some of the job descriptions that a project manager would do? Or, okay, before we get to job description, what are some of the things that you would learn on the job, like that you can now be like, oh, okay, I will choose project management because of this kind of things in particular?
I would say project management is more of communication. If you are a shy person or you probably won't be able to do project
management.
because
Okay.
you have to enter into people's space, ask questions. Like, for example, myself in my place of work, I'm new there, so I've been asking a lot of questions. The project I'm managing at the moment, I have no background about coding, all this develop stuff. So I ask a lot of questions. I tell them to help me understand. So it's really
An interpersonal kind of job.
yeah, you get. So you have to be able to ask questions. You don't have to be shy that you don't know it. Actually, as a project manager, you don't even have to know anything about the project, but you must be ready to ask questions. Let them help you understand, because you have to, as a project manager, you have to set the timeline. There are so many things that you have to do, and if you don't understand what the project is about, it's going to be a flaw, and you don't want the management to get back at you.
Okay. So as a project manager now, are your jobs so for example, can a project manager, okay, let me put it this way. Can you do part-time jobs as a project manager? Do you have to be with a company, or can you be reached out to for like short jobs, like, okay, we just need a project manager for this particular project. Can you come on?
Yes, in fact, that is the most beautiful thing. But because as a part-time project manager, I won't say part-time. As a contract, they call it contract
okay.
project manager. That is the best thing. But for people like myself coming into the UK, you need sponsorship. So I won't say that is the first thing to go
find.
You have to work with the company permanently and let them secure your sponsorship for you, and maybe after your 5 years, after you've gotten whatever you want, then you can because that is the best thing. I know people getting 550 a day. They still have to be
550
500
pounds per. Wow.
I see have recruiters reaching out to me on LinkedIn asking me if I am interested in contract 6 months, 1 year, 450 per day. The money is enticing. But
So, like now you're saying that they're still reaching out to you. Are you able to combine that with your current job, their own project with your current job? If you were to take the 6 months short, will you be able to do that? Yeah.
yeah, sure, I can do it. But what would happen is, for example, project management, like I said, is about communication.
Mm.
Like today already, this is just 10 a.m. I have already set up like 3 meetings today already with the members of my team that I'm working with. So, for example, if I'm managing another project with another company entirely, it won't be possible.
It will be a lot.
Except your company understands that, okay, except the people you're working with on your project understand. Like, for example, we have a calendar. If anybody's
Mm-hmm.
with me, they will check my calendar and say, okay, is someone.
It's busy something with something else.
So most times it's going to clash.
Huh.
Definitely, there's no, you can't escape it. Even if
Mm.
once or twice, it's going.
Mm.
So it's
Mm.
better if you are just in the UK and looking for sponsorship.
And just stick to one
Yeah.
company.
One thing about those contract roles is they will tell you have to come to on site maybe once
Okay.
or twice a week.
Okay. So now we already have like a background of what it entails, but now we want to go a little deeper into project management.
Okay.
I don't have any idea what project management is. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes when I hear project manager, I think of building project like Nigeria way. They want to build house, so let's go and look for project manager. Now, the IT way of project management, what exactly does the IT entail? What, like, as an IT project manager, can you work with people that are building houses? Can you work on the road? Can you work? What would your day-to-day activities be like as an IT project manager?
I would say project manager is the same.
Mm.
Project management is the same everywhere.
Mm.
The only difference I would say with IT and construction project management is because I think IT works in the agile methodology way, while
Okay.
construction people they work just with waterfall.
Okay.
Because agile means is a methodology whereby you can start from anywhere. Like if you are building a project, you're starting a project, like you're building a website, you can actually start from the login page. You can actually start from
Yes.
the design phase, so you can see. But the construction waterfall management, definitely you have to do foundation.
Okay.
That
Yeah, for it to stand. Yeah.
it's the same thing, but it's
Okay.
just the methodologies that you use that are different.
Okay. So I am aware, but I know lots of people are not aware. How did you then come into the United Kingdom? And are you the student? Are you a student? You come as a worker? What exactly was your route into coming to the United Kingdom?
I came into the United Kingdom as a dependent. My
Okay.
wife came in as a student.
Okay.
So
What did you say? Sorry.
studying project management also.
Studying project management
Yeah.
also. Oh, that's nice. Well, I know. Let me pretend like I don't know, but I I know. So so studying project management also, and then you also. So were you a project? Did you start? Did you have a? Did you study or did you train as a project management manager before coming into the UK, or did you do that here in the United Kingdom?
No, before I came into the UK, I went on Udemy and I bought a course, just a beginner course.
Okay, so you already had like a little bit of what?
I
Yeah.
know what I'm expected to do and
Okay.
want to do it.
Okay.
Because it won't make sense if you don't research about what you want to do.
Yeah. Sure.
I just go into it. I know some people that are paid and later along the line they got discouraged and
You got stuck.
yeah. So it
Yeah.
came into the UK that I started the training and I had to make out some time for it for about a few months and the rest is history.
This history. So somebody's asking, where did you buy the course? You will not say that here, sorry, because we are not promoting them. I don't know them. If they need promotion, they should send me a DM. But I do know that tons of people actually do the courses online. So yeah. How much exactly should people be looking at if they want to study project management at home by themselves or with like their personal, not in school, but like
Okay.
something, yeah.
Yeah, I would say if you are studying you are trying to get into project management, the first thing is it depends on the should I say organization training you, because they have various prices, but it ranges from £500 to £1,200 for the training. Then after the training, you have to do some certifications, because while you are hunting for a job, they will ask you, do you have social certification? Do you have this? Do you have that? So those certifications also ranges from around 500 to 1,005.
So there's a lot of financial it has a lot of financial implications to get into it.
Yeah.
What are some of
it's worth it actually.
Yeah, it looks like it is worth it, because I will expose you. You are always everywhere. You are always traveling. I was going to get there, but we still get there.
I can decide I am going to Spain today. The only thing I need to do is don't travel during work hours. By night, I'm in Spain, and tomorrow wake up again to my laptop, and I can have my meetings from anywhere, do anything.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it gives you an opportunity to be, you can be flexible and be free. I was going to ask something now. Yeah, so the courses that you took, these certifications, the other certifications, can you let us know some of the other certifications that you took? And then we can, so that some people, because some people are obviously watching and they want to get into project management. My own brother also wants to get into project management, actually construction project management. So these are some of the things that I would like him to also have information about. I'll be writing it down here as well. So what are some of the other kind of certifications that people can also take just to back up their skill?
Okay, I would say for the people coming new into project management, the first certification is it's either you do APM management,
okay,
or PMP. But in my own opinion, another thing, in my own opinion, I would say there's another one called PMP. But the PMP is professional. It's for the project management professionals.
Okay.
So like maybe 5-7 years in project management. Yeah, you can have that, because that also increases your chances and income also. So the APM, so the Scrum Master certificate, because as a project manager, I can also work as a Scrum Master.
Okay.
Trained to be a Scrum Master also. So I can also have a Scrum Master certificate.
Okay.
What is the APM is $225, if I remember well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Scrum Master is £750.
That's a lot of money.
But when you start making money,
it's true. Yes, it's actually very true. When you start making money, you probably may not remember it. So for someone like you who did not go to university to study project management, and considering that you also have a wife studying project management, what do you think is the differences between studying it in a school and studying it as an online course? What would you say are the differences, similarities, and which one would you then prefer if you were to give an advice?
no, if I were to give an advice, it's based on two things.
Okay.
As a single person into the UK, I'll definitely not go for training as a project manager. I'll definitely go
to school.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
Yeah, sure.
But if you are the dependent, you can choose project management as a side stuff. Between 2 and 4 months, you are done. And 2 to 4 months, you are done. And in 6 months, you should be able to stand on your own and even have a job by then. But after you go through these trainings, people that are training you, you have to also self-develop yourself.
Yes, which is important.
Even while doing the training, there's a course on Coursera, Google Project Management. I bought that. I bought so many courses on Udemy also, just to up myself. I watch so many YouTube videos, because there are so many things that you will not even be taught. Like, you might be taught, but you want to have a better understanding, because you won't be asking. It is not only you in the class while they are training you.
That's true.
So you can't be asking questions. You can ask questions.
Yeah, but you can't be asking and taking everybody back all the time. Yeah. Mm.
You try and self-develop yourself also. And the similarities is in school, they are general project management. Sometimes I get lost even if my wife brings some things to me and I'm like, people, we're not, because it's not needed. Most of the things they are teaching them, they are not needed. It's just like things that were taught while in school then too. Most of them are not needed. And there are some things that they were taught that are needed and are more advanced than what I know. I try to
check,
uh,
compare and contrast.
yeah. So
Oh, okay. So you're saying now that the courses, doing the courses as a side course or like a course, not a program like a course, is more rigorous and more direct than doing it in school as a student.
yeah, if you are doing it in school, I have friends that are doing project management in school and did this course also.
Okay.
Yeah, they did project management in school. So while they are about to finish, maybe they have like 5 months to finish in school, they did this also. Yeah, because it brush you and help you understand the agile method more, how to handle IT projects and the likes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to go to, because yesterday we were supposed to try to do yesterday, but then you said you were on your way to Edinburgh. As a project manager, do you have to move around that often, or is there a chance for a project manager to always have to be on the move?
It depends on your company. Like for example, company, we have a branch in UK, France, Germany, Spain, US.
Okay.
So while I was doing the interview, they told me, "Are you available for short travels?" So
Okay.
I had no
So,
option for work, so I said yes. So I already knew I was going to be going around for short travels if it requires.
okay, okay. So, as a project manager, what would you say is the downside of being a project manager? Because everything has good sides and everything has downside. For I know you're fairly new, you may still be enjoying it and be bubbling, but what are some of the things that you say, oh God, why did I do this course for God's sake? What are some of them?
I would say some of them are, like for example, there was a time I think I was off work, maybe I was traveling for work or something, and because I was not online before I got back, there were some thread of mails on the project I was working on, and we needed some stuffs from our US company, and they were lagging behind and trying not to provide it. And before I knew it, they escalated it to my boss already, and that was in my
Everything was already panicking and
hello mini. Actually, I'm supposed to handle that scene and
okay.
okay, what is going on, try to know what they want and what they need. Then I will now relate to my boss, and I think it will now go to the management level where they will have a meeting and discuss it, not escalating it directly from uh
From
people.
just between you guys to up to
Yeah,
the
so
right.
you are in your own self. You don't feel like talking to anybody, and you just suddenly get a message. I have a meeting with you now. This that, and in your mind, you are down. You can't even think at that moment. So it's just
You are mentally off work that day.
yeah, you get.
Okay. So as a mom myself and having much more of women around me, is it a course that a mom, because obviously we know that there's a difference between moms and dads. I know that you're mostly the one at home with your daughter because of your wife's education, so you kind of understand what I'm trying to get at. Is it something that women with children can find easy enough to do, working from home, having children and stuff? Do you think it's something that they will be able to easily balance? I know you're not a woman, but you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. Is this something that can be balanced? Because obviously, like you said, you need your mental alertness a lot more. So how do you think do you think it's something that can go much more easier? And do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
Considering that you're also kind of in that, yeah.
yeah. I would say it's something a mom can do.
Mm-hmm.
It just depends on the number of kids you have.
I didn't see that coming.
So exactly because you might have maybe one daughter and one son, and one is disturbing you now, and you try to pet that, and coming next. Let's now say you have like three.
It would be it would be
But
a strain.
I would assume if you have like three, one would be much older, like maybe
Yeah.
be able to at least care for the younger ones while you. But the most important thing is while you are doing meeting, they should not disturb. For example, myself now, my daughter is at home with me, and I knew I was going to have this meeting, so I already gave her whatever she wanted and had to bed.
Right. Thank you. So I was going to ask you, what is, you said you mentioned something and I did not quite get it. What is a Scrum Master and what does Scrum Master mean in project management? Sorry, before you go on, for the people asking questions, please ask the question with the questions button, because in next few minutes we are going to also go into question and answer. So because we need to be gone by exactly 11. So I just want it to be so that we don't miss your question. Please ask it through the question question icon. There's a question icon that will be the third icon on your screen. Please ask it there. You see a question mark, and then we can read it. Exactly. I already see questions coming in. So please keep asking your questions there. I'll just press that and then read the question. So back to you. What is a Scrum Master what's Scrum Master in project management?
I would say is a professional who leads through the project method using the agile method. The project using the agile method. Sorry.
Okay.
Scrum Master is someone that just try to remove obstacles from the should I say developers, the testers. So basically, a Scrum Master just facilitates communications, try to know what is going on the project. If they have any obstacle, he asks what is happening, what are you doing, and try to remove the obstacles from them and help them finish on time. Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know how you're going to answer this question, but please you should answer the question for us, but in a way that we don't need the much details, obviously, because it's your job. But I just want you to give me an idea of the kind of job, of the kind of project you're currently working on, or maybe you've worked on in the past, so that we can just have the full, because obviously from somebody like you, somebody like me, if I were to join the project management now, I don't know. But from you, what is a kind of project that it doesn't have to be the one you're working on now, but what's the kind of project you're working or you more likely work on as an IT project manager?
Yeah, I would say it depends on the organization.
Okay.
Most actually as project portfolios.
Okay.
We have about 150 projects pending in the portfolio, and
plenty money, I see. Okay.
It just like for it varies from mobile device projects, like this a website design, migration project, project. So
okay. So as a project manager now, that you now kind of have an idea of what the people who do coding and tech do you think there's any possibility that you can branch off into that part of tech?
Actually, since when I started this job, I've been trying to learn another course. The last time I tried to learn DevOps, DevOps is like the techie stuff and coding also. Did everything I needed. I started the class. I didn't pay, it was free. That's why then I started seeing I would be using command prompts. I got 5, and on the 6th one, I gave up. Because all these coding stuffs. I won't say I'm a lazy person,
but it's not just your thing.
It's not my thing, yeah. But I might later dive into it, because as a project manager, it's actually good to have
background knowledge.
Yeah, to have an understanding of whatever it is you're working on. The project I'm currently working on, I had to Google so many things, learn so many things. So even if I'm in a meeting and they are using some techie languages, sometimes I used to go back to them, what we discussed during the meeting. Can you help me understand better?
Okay, so from me, I think I have come to the end of my own questions, and no, I've not come to the end of my questions. I actually do have a fun question that I've kept on this my phone that you're going to answer. But then before then, we then go into our question and answer session. So I have questions from number 1 to 6. Don't disappoint project management managers worldwide, though. This one, you are doing it for project managers in the UK.
You know,
So,
well, I'm on my own now.
what did you say? So I've got just 6 fun questions. Actually, it has nothing to do with project management. It's just random questions. So actually, random question about living in the UK. I always ask it.
Okay.
So you have to pick from number 1 to 6, and then pick 3 random numbers, and then I read your question to you. You have 10 seconds to answer the question. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so pick your random number from number 1 to 6. Number 5. Number 5 question is, what is the name of Prince Philip's wife? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 2,
Queen Elizabeth?
1. Yes, correct. Okay, so pick another number.
Sorry. I'll choose number 2.
Number 2. Even me, I did not know this one, so I know if you don't know it, it's fine. When is St. David's Day in the UK? Okay, let me give you what's it called? Some options.
Okay.
So we've got 1st of March, 1st of April, 1st of June.
1st of March is the answer.
No, I know you are going to say 1st of March. Actually, the answer is 1st of April. And then final question from me. Pick your number, and then we go on.
Number 4.
For good. This one is easy. I guess I will pick this one. Which flag has a white cross on a blue background?
The white cross
on a blue background.
That's
no,
Scotland.
don't tell me you don't.
I saw it yesterday.
Exactly.
That's
you
Scotland.
saw it. You definitely saw it yesterday. So yes, I was going to say you were there yesterday. You must have seen it. Okay, so yes, we are done with my own questions. Now we are going to take questions of people, and then I'll just read them to you, and you can give us. So somebody said, please, can you elaborate more on how he got the job without experience? I don't know how. I don't know. Let me leave that question for you.
I'm sorry, my daughter is awake.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Thank you, my love. I can see you. It will soon be done.
I would say it depends. What was the question?
How did you get it without any experience?
So I had experiences from other jobs before.
Okay.
Right? It all depends on how you were able to package your CV. Like I said from the beginning of the live video, there are some things that you've done in the past that are basically project management. You don't know it is. So there's a way you tweak your CV, and the person can reach out to me and.
Okay. For that CV tweaking, I do know a couple of people, so we don't need your own people. If they need us, they should. Did you do it yourself, or did you pay people to do it for you, your CV packaging? Because I know people do pay for CV packaging.
Pay for a CV, yeah.
Yeah. Did you do it yourself, or somebody did that a professional did that for you?
A professional did it for me.
Okay. That's all. That's all I want to know. So what is the salary of a project manager like? A basic salary, or like for an entry project manager, what is the salary like?
There are 3. We have project manager. We have I think project support.
Okay.
We have project administrator.
Okay.
Yeah, we have PMO analyst. So it depends. Like if you are starting, if you are going into project management at first, that as a PMO analyst. If you don't have, especially when you are coming to the UK, you don't have UK experience.
Okay.
You might also be looking for a PMO analyst to work.
Okay.
Project management office or project support. Those are between 30 and they are between 25 and 30K or 30 something K.
Okay.
You are starting as a project manager, entry project manager. It depends on where you are in the
Working.
but ranges from 40,000.
All right then. Thank you. So another question says, for someone without any project management experience, but already in project management training with IT online learning, to learn from scratch, I have done APM PFQ, Prince 2 foundation exam in a few days, and Prince 2 practitioner and agile also in learning and certification package, just to be sure I am on the right track.
You are very, 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 very on the right track.
Okay, that's lovely to hear. I don't know all this language, so but I hope that person is still here.
It's just a certification also. Actually, I didn't mention it the other time. Prince 2 is also a certification majorly for UK.
Okay.
Although if you have APM or PMP, they accept it in the UK also, and they are accepted worldwide. But Prince 2 is basically for UK.
For the UK. Speaking of that, before I continue, that means you're saying that there are some laws that confine a project manager in the UK and different parts of the world. So definitely what a project manager would do in the UK might be slightly different to what they'll be asked to do in other countries. That's what you're trying to say, considering that you said this one is particularly for the UK.
Not what they are to do. It's just the method of doing it. Like there are processes in projects in PMP, like let me say Project Management Institute. They are the board body for project management in the US.
Okay.
So they have their own methodology.
Okay.
And the Prince 2 also, which is the UK, they have their own methodology of doing projects also, like process to follow while doing projects.
Okay, processes to follow. All right then. Let me read out another question. This person says, what job in project management can I do as a student in project management, considering I can't work more than 20 hours a week?
This is tough because working on that 20 hours per week, I don't think there's a company that would want to take you on a permanent basis and asking you to work 20 hours.
Okay.
So I would just advise the person to be patient a little.
Okay, to finish.
Yeah, to finish. Maybe when you have 3 months or even 5 months to the end of your program, you can start applying, package your CV very well. And most of these things, once you package your CV very well and you are able to present yourself during interviews, some people will even tell you to make a presentation. They will tell you, okay, this project, you want to work on it, make a presentation for us, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. So are you saying that are there projects that are short term, like the ones that people can do during their holiday, that 1 month summer holiday from school, and all these their little holidays that they have during school for school? Can they get project management jobs for that very short period of time? Let's say 1 to 2 months. Is that possible?
Nothing is impossible, but I would not, except you are doing it except you are volunteering.
Okay.
Volunteering, yeah. But getting a kind of that job is going to be very hard, except you are volunteering to do it, yeah.
Okay, so this person says, I want to go into IT as well. Please, which one is the best between project management and UX designer? I already know they are different.
I think UX are those, yeah, they are the front end developer. So it depends. If you like designs, if you like to play around designs, colors, you can go for UI, UX design, this thing. And after that, you can go into project management. It's actually going to help you. I have a friend that will do the training together. She had experience with UI, UX design, years ago. And when she got a job at, I think, Dell as a product manager.
Okay. So this one is my question. It just popped in my head now. Before I read more questions, I'm looking at the time as well. Let's say you are probably in medical field, because I know that lots of people are also in medical field as well now. Can you also do project management on the side and then use it in your medical field? Probably maybe a nurse, but also a project manager. Is this something that can work?
Yeah, we have project management in every field. Like if you're a nurse and you want to go into project management, it is actually very, very okay for you,
Okay.
because you have upper edge while applying for all these NHS jobs, because they will ask you, they need someone that has experience in the health sector, maybe as a project manager or
Project manager, or as in,
uh,
yeah. Okay, that's fine. Your daughter is needing you, so let's quickly wrap it up. And let me see a few questions. That do you study the project management in Nigeria when you got to the UK? He said the UK. Where can I work? Okay, as a project manager. Okay, that one is also the next question. Um, so someone asked, what platforms can we access the certification courses? So the other certification courses you talked about, what platform can they access them?
for the APM and the PMP, the Project Management Institute. You can just Google Project Management Institute, then you go to their website. And the Scrum Masters, we have so many platforms doing that. But I did mine from Scrum Alliance because I feel they are the best, and they are known worldwide.
Okay.
Yeah, Scrum Master.
Okay. So I think I have come to the end of my question and answer session. But if you still got any questions, please write them down and let's just see how we can take them in 10 to 15 minutes so that we can let daddy go and attend to his beautiful daughter. And yeah, if there's any questions, you can just still leave them in the comments or in the question tag, and then we can get it done. So another question I'm going to be asking you whilst we're waiting for other questions is, most project managers, do most of you work from home or work more on site?
It depends on
The company again.
like, for example, myself, I work just once a day in the office. That's if I like, but I work mostly from home.
Oh, okay. So, what are some of the tools that you need to work from home as a project manager? I'm just talking like, do you need Zoom, obviously, right, because of meetings with, or is it Teams that you use?
When you start working for your company, they will onboard you.
With all those
All
things.
those things, yeah. They will give you a laptop or set up your own working stuff if you need more than a laptop, maybe desktops, computers, blah blah, and
Okay.
they will set up your email, Teams, and everything.
All right. So that one is different from company to company as well. I'm seeing some questions here, but I can't find them on the. I don't know. I can't find it on. It's coming in, but then it's not showing on the It's not showing on the question tag. Okay, so I think we should leave in the next 10 minutes. Yes. Okay, so as a project manager living in the United Kingdom, is it possible to get jobs from any other part of the world?
Yes. In fact, once you have experience in UK, it is very easy for you to get a project management job anywhere you want to move to.
Mm.
UK,
Ah,
so they believe
good.
you can be able to adapt anywhere.
Okay,
From the
that's good. So it's very easy. It's quite easy for you to work any other part of the
just
world.
where to get the kind of job you are and the country you are going to. Yeah.
Okay. So one more no, not one more question. I've got some other questions to ask. Considering project management, and you spoke about trying to get sponsorship and stuff like that. How easy has it been for you? Have you gotten sponsorship on the job? Are you on the process, and have you or how easy is it? Have you heard from other people who are project managers that they've gotten sponsored? Because obviously this is where many people will be much more interested in. How easy has it been for other people or yourself to get sponsorship?
I would say while you are applying, there are some people, they strictly apply for roles with
Sponsorship.
ad uh, adverts.
Okay.
I was just applying. I was not even minding there's
whether with sponsorship or without.
because I know I still have like almost
Quite a time.
I still have quite a time to on my hand to actually work with the company and
Mm.
get more experience,
Mm.
get more on hand experience to be able
Mm.
to stand to solid my foot in the UK. So for my company, while I was joining, there was no sponsorship attached to it, but it's a big company, and I'm in the process of speaking to them.
Get sponsorship. Okay. I pray that it comes to pass. So your advice to people is that you're telling them to get some much more hands-on experience, which will really help them and expand their scope with getting sponsorship
They can be applying for non-sponsorship jobs.
and sponsorship together. Mm.
Anyone that comes.
Okay. I don't know why my screen is not showing me the questions that are coming up, because I'm seeing them on the, if you can write them in the comment section, because I'm seeing them on my screen but it's not showing on my, I'm unable to read them out. Okay, so if there's any more questions, please let us know so that daddy can attend to his daughter, and then we can wrap it up as fast as possible. There was another question I wanted to ask, but it has skipped my mind now. Yeah, I've forgotten it. I hope that I remember before the end of the live video. So if there's any more questions, please let us know. And if you have any other things to add to it, please let us also know as well. If you're a project management student and you've had if you've heard any of these things that I'm saying in your classes and stuff like that, you can also leave that in the comment section so that people can read it and be motivated. Because I'm not going to lie, when people come to me to say that they want to study, they've got third class or they have HND, I always say go and study project management. That's what I always say, because I know that many of these schools, so to me, somewhere in the back of my mind, just go to project management, that's where you should go. But now I'm talking to you, I've realized that it's actually a very, very lucrative job. I think I remember the question I wanted to ask. As a project manager, do you get bonuses on some of the jobs that you do, considering that you're working with the company? Are there bonuses attached to it?
Yeah, definitely there are bonuses while you are working.
Okay. That's what I wanted to do, because I know that I saw somebody's salary earning £80,000 or £90,000, and then bonus is £85,000. I'm like, hello, please make it make sense here. Your salary is just £5,000 higher than your bonuses. Are you kidding me?
It depends on the project, because some projects are actually key projects for some companies. Like you are working on a £3 million project and you deliver on time and within scope and everything went well. Definitely it calls for celebration.
They'll be very happy. They'll be happy to pour the money out. So I think I remember the question I wanted to ask you. So in a kind of hierarchy at the company, who does the project manager report to, and who reports to the project manager?
It depends on the matrix of the company. Like for example, in my company, we have the IT department.
Okay.
I reply directly to my boss.
Okay.
Director of IT services.
Okay.
Reports to the European manager. So no one reports to me, because definitely we don't have anyone like BMO analyst, blah blah blah. So I work with people on the project, and I report directly to my boss. And
Okay, so you work with people on the project, and then you are the one that does the reporting to the boss. So you say, okay, this is what we've done.
Yeah, I report to the boss and other stakeholders on the project, because there are so many stakeholders on each project.
Okay.
While on the project also, and let them know the status of the project.
Okay. That is can a project manager get a job from Nigeria? What do you say?
Yes.
He said yes.
Your yourself, your CV, your presentations. That's just it. It's possible.
Okay.
I'm a fan of saying nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible. What God cannot do doesn't exist. So nothing is impossible. Project management, is it a job in demand in the United Kingdom? Would you say it's a job in demand in the United Kingdom?
There are about 45,000 project management jobs out there in the UK.
Looking for people.
Looking for people. That's when I was starting also, I was like, is there a job like this? Just like Nigeria where there's no job.
There's no job.
Job hunting. I would just see some recruiters reaching out to me in my DM. Even now that I'm working, they still reach out to me. They have a project, they have a role, XYZ, they're looking to hire, am I interested? Some of them I will just say no. Some of them I will say yes and flow with the.
I see where it's heading.
Some of them I still do what's it called? I still do interviews.
Obviously we want the best for ourselves.
Not necessarily the best. I like where I'm working at the moment.
Okay.
The only reason I will leave this company is if they don't provide me a
sponsorship. Okay.
But I'm just doing that just to boost
see what it's like.
Yeah, just to boost my knowledge more and get used to more.
Okay. Which is understandable. Can you just, before we round up, because I'm also looking at time, I want to let you go and meet your precious daughter. If you were to say that if you were to give somebody who has an interview coming up in project management a heads up, what would you say they should look forward to in the questions, and what would you say they should prepare more for if they were to be interviewed?
If they have any upcoming interviews, such person can reach out to me.
Okay.
I think I have some documents which I used during my own, just to prepare for interviews. The questions they might ask, how you would answer, and some of the things that has to be key while you are speaking during interviews. Yeah.
All right then. Okay. So thank you very much, Cappuccino. I'm really very grateful that you could answer us in this very short time. And so I hope that when we need you again, you can come and you can be our guest. So we're very grateful. Thank you so much.
Well, also on my journey to the UK.
That's why I'm proud. I'm proud. Everybody here, I am proud. I am very, very proud. Because I know, I was shocked. You know when you told me that you've got to have the air? Because I remember when you told me, I'm going to start doing project management, I'm going to start doing the course, you've gotten the course, sharp, you have gotten the job. And there's one thing he did not tell you, maybe he did not remember. He said it was rigorous and he buried his time and his energy into it.
We are more, I don't know how to put it, but we are more strong than ourselves. When I got to the UK this January.
Yeah.
So my wife was going to school. I was staying with my daughter at home because obviously I don't have any pounds to pay for any
nursery.
So while I was at home, I was also doing the project management training and I was doing so much. So I thought to myself, I was always getting bored. I took a night job. 3 days I quit.
Because of no time to study.
Yes, I would get back home like 7 a.m. in the morning and I would sleep until like 2. And the rest of the day I prepared to go to work again because of what I was doing. So I just had to leave all.
Sacrifice. I think that's the word. Sacrifice that. And now you are reaping it. Now, before we go, what's one downside of having to work from home? Because now you say if you wish. What's one good side is that you bond and you are relaxed and all that. But what's some of the downsides of working from home?
Downside of working from home, sometimes you get tired quickly and you just feel like you're at home and
just go and rest, go and lay on your bed.
But some days when I feel like, okay, like for example, tomorrow I know I have to do some things, I have to do some reports, do some other things. definitely have to go to the office. Even if I'll finish by 1 p.m. everything I want to do, I just have to go so I can be more focused in the office.
And be in an office environment.
Yeah,
Also, you can pick when you can come into the office.
I wish I can go 3 times a week. It's just how I wish I
But you are getting your job done. That's the most
just,
important part of
yeah,
it.
my boss will even tell me I don't need you to start your work at 8 a.m. in the morning. You can start at 10 a.m. in the morning, but just get every other work done. There was a day last week I sent him a report at around 2:30 in the morning a.m. And the next day he woke up and sent me an email. Sam, did you work all day? Blah, blah, blah. He didn't know I was not working all night, but I just
Before we go, I want to ask you, as a construction, do you have any idea what a construction project manager needs as well to up their own skills in project management? Do you have any idea at all?
like
If you have come across it whilst you're studying, have you come across anything that has to do with construction project management?
like I said from the beginning, project management is the same thing. It just depends on where or what industry you are applying it.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
construction project manager, where you are starting, it's definitely maybe a building project, a road project. There are some things you have to do in the beginning, in the initiation stage. There are some things you have to do. If you are in the IT field of initiation phase, there are some things you have to do also. So those are just the different things. Their processes are the same.
Okay.
But the requirements of the fields are just the difference.
Okay. For someone who doesn't have any knowledge in Excel, is Excel a very important part of project management?
Actually, some people use Excel. Okay, you get some people use Excel, but someone like me, the only thing I know how to do in Excel is just to tabulate. I don't know those formulas.
You know, to add and subtract, plus and minus.
Add and subtract. I know multiplication. Anything aside that, I don't know. But
and you've not had to use it?
I've not had any cost to use it because there are some project management tools that you can.
That is particular to project management.
That will aid your work, and all the companies are provide it. Yeah, project management that are needed. Yeah.
Okay, all right then. So we are gradually coming to the end of it. We need to go at exactly 11 or prior to 11. Somebody says, does project management involves so many calculation, and is it techy?
Yeah, it doesn't. Would I say it involves calculation? Daily calculation that it involves is maybe budgeting and calculating time. Those are minor calculations, if you ask me, and it's not techy. It's not techy. You just need to put your mind and focus while doing. There's no coding.
Just somebody to read and understand, like almost every other thing.
Yeah, that's
right.
what you're supposed to do. That's just it.
Okay. Is there any relationship between project management and business analysis? Because most times people who teach it, they teach people who give it, they do all those together. They do. So is there like any interdisciplinary skill or whatever between both of them?
Yeah, they are almost the same. They are not the same. A business analyst is just a person who interprets business documents, processes. Like for example, if you are starting a project, a business analyst would have maybe with the management or the senior management, they would have analyzed the pros and cons of what
business.
Yes, XYZ. So most times project management does it also. While you are building the business case, you have to know the pros of the project and the cons of it also. So,
all right then. Somebody says it's PM same as Scrum Master, and yeah, you've already explained that. But if you do that again, and this will probably be our last
I would
question.
say as a PM, you can work as a Scrum Master.
Okay.
But as a Scrum Master only, you can't work as a PM.
Yeah.
Except you have knowledge of project management. But as a PM, you can work as a Scrum Master.
All right then. So it's just like as an architect, as an architect, you can also be a builder, but as a builder, you cannot be an architect, something like that. Good. The cost implication for is project management the same as data analyst?
Yeah.
No. The cost implication for getting trained will be about £2,000, give or take, if I'm correct. What? But you said that the certifications like £200, £500, and stuff like that.
Some people might be very how do I put it? They might be very good at getting things without no one teaching them.
Okay.
Now learn project management yourself, get whatever you want. It's not necessary anyone
Teaches you, right?
But when someone teaches you, it's someone that has been in the industry. They have handled so many projects, big ones, and they will tell you from experience, okay, this was how when this so XYZ happened while I was working on this was what I did. So that is just...
Okay, so you're saying that you can also have a side also as a project management teacher, or what do I call it, in the nearest future?
Yeah, I can. If anyone reaches out
pass the skill
on their team to teach project management, yeah, definitely I can.
Oh, so you're even available now?
Yeah, but they are mostly...
Oh. Okay, so as you heard him, is available now to train. So you can always reach out to him. I guess he's going to give us some discount, knowing that it's from this live video you're coming from. So thank you so much, Cappuccino. My regards to your beautiful daughter. Thank you, everybody who has joined. Would have to
ask any question, they can reach out to me.
Yes, please. You can reach out to him if you've got any questions. You can bombard him with your question, because after this, I am also going to bombard him with my questions.
And please don't just come into the DM and say hi.
So please say hi and go straight to the question. Please.
Whatever you want to say, then I'll come and read it and I'll respond.
All right. Thank you very much. We are keeping to time. We don't do African time here, and we are leaving exactly now. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, the rest of us. Bye.
Bye.